but I'm a little stronger now.
Woke up, told myself to push and never stop. I've been stressed out, watching both these hands around the clock. With my eyes wide, trying to get the panorama shot. Whole world getting blurry to me, answers getting lost. So I watch my back and keep it moving to the front. And remember that the world's yours, do it how you want. You've been waiting here for too long, think it's time for you to move on. Realize that there's real lies in these real times, so be strong.
I've been waiting all my life, and it was right before my eyes. Watching all this time slip by, now I realize. You know I've been waiting, 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 waiting. But will you wait for me?
So today I'm going to take you through how to calculate your own macros. Now, just putting a disclaimer out there, this is how I've done it in the past for coaching prep, and this is how some other people I know do it. Everyone has their own style of doing this, so this is just another way of calculating your macros, so don't take it away as gospel, but take it away as something to just try and see how you go. So, okay, let's just start from the top. I hope you all can see that. Right. So the first thing you need to do is get your starting weight. So my starting weight is 71.2 kgs. Now, in New Zealand we deal with kgs, but the easiest way to deal with this, in my opinion, is in pounds. So what I did is I went my weight in kgs times 2.2, and that gives me my pounds. Now you have your weight in pounds. Now from there, you want to figure out your daily activity scale. So everyone's going to have a different lifestyle, and they're going to expend a different amount of calories on a daily basis. So whether you're an office worker or a construction worker. So I've got this little scale here, 14 to 16. Some people do 14 to 17. I find this is a bit easier. Now 14 being the number of, say, an office worker who's just sitting down most of the day in an office chair, not really getting up, just getting up for breaks, and they would be not burning as many calories. And 16 being something like a construction worker, a builder, you know, plumber, someone who's getting out on their feet all day, burning a lot of calories throughout the day. So that'll be, and then the middle would be something like retail. So for me, being in supplement retail and distribution, I kind of sit around between the 14 and 15 mark. So for that number, I've chosen 14.5. Some days can be a bit more, I can expend a lot more energy than others, but on the average I sit around 14.5. So that's the number I've used for me personally. So then we got to figure out the way we figure out our maintenance calories is we go 156 pounds times 14.5. So we've taken this number and then we have multiplied it by the number that we have determined ourselves on the scale of energy expenditure for the day. So you go 156 times 14.5, which gives me my maintenance calories of 2,271 calories. Obviously 0.28, but I kind of round up or down depending on this last number. Now, your maintenance calories. So your maintenance calories is how many calories you will consume and not fluctuate in weight. So you will not gain weight or you will not lose weight. That is how many calories you'll be if you consume that many calories, you will neither be gaining weight or losing weight. So hence your maintenance calories. Now we have to figure out our deficit. So let me just pop that up here. Now everyone has different ways of doing this. In my mind, I believe you should go between 250 to 500 calories in a deficit. If you go beyond 500 calories in a deficit, you could have the potential of burning more muscle. And if you're prepping for a competition, you don't really want to be burning a lot of muscle. You might want to, but I don't really want to burn a lot of muscle. So what I'd recommend is kind of, if you're sitting around sort of the 14 to 15% body fat mark, and you're doing between like a 12 to 16 week cut. If you're starting at 16 weeks as a cut, I would go in the more 500 calorie deficit. And you should, if you're quite high in body fat, like if you're more than sort of 14-15% body fat, then you should really do like a 16 week cut. Like I said in the last video, I think based on previous body fat tests I've had done, I was sitting around 30 to 40% body fat. But as you can see in the last clip, I have actually dropped quite a fair bit of body fat in the last sort of week. So I kind of generally stick around the 250 to 300 calorie deficit mark. Right, so from there, what I've done is I've taken my maintenance calories and I have actually taken off 271 calories. So my deficit calories are now sitting at 2,000 calories. Right, so just to go over what we've done so far, we've got our weight in pounds. We've worked out our activity scale based on how much energy we expend during the day, and then we have times the weight in pounds by activity scale, which gives us our maintenance calories. From there, we have taken off our deficit calories. So I have taken off 270 calories or 271, which gives me a deficit calorie count of 2,000 calories. Alright, from here, this is the nitty-gritty part, this is the part that really counts, and you're going to have to really pay attention to this. So this is working out your actual macros. So just before we kick into calculating your macros, per gram of protein, the calories per gram of protein equals 4. So if you have 1 gram protein, it will equal 4 calories. If you have 1 gram of fat, it will equal 9 calories. And then 1 gram of carbohydrates equals 4 calories. That is important to keep in mind when you're doing your macros. Now, to actually working out the macros, we need to take into consideration the recommended daily intake of the macronutrients. So let's just look over here, for example, for protein. If you are at a higher body fat percentage starting at higher body fat percentage, then you want to kind of go for the 0.75 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight as a start. The more you get into a deficit, the more you cut and get leaner and leaner and leaner, you will want to go to the higher end, which is 1.25 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So this is 0.75 to 1.25 grams per pound of body weight. And then for fats, you got 0.3 to 0.4 grams per pound of body weight. So now that we know that, we'll kick into working out our macros. So what I've done, based off this formula, is I've gone 156, which is my weight, times 1, which gives me 156 grams of protein. So I am basing or going off this, at the moment I'm having 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Now that's good, but as I get leaner and leaner, so sub 10, sub 8, around there, I will kind of start increasing my protein up to sort of 1.25 over that time, so that I can maintain as much lean muscle mass as possible. Right, now we're going to work out our fats. So fats is it's quite a vital part in your diet. It's going to help with your hormones, your joints, a lot of things. But you don't want to go too high on the side of fats unless it really fits your lifestyle. So high fat diets are things like the ketogenic diet. Now, when I have customers come into the store, people ask, oh, if I lose weight, should I go on the keto diet? And basically it comes down to whatever's going to fit your lifestyle and whatever you can sustain the longest. So if you love high fats and you love less carbohydrates, then you're going to want to stick to a ketogenic diet if you love fats. Me personally, I love carbohydrates, so I really keep the fats lower and I stick to more carbohydrates as a source of fuel. Alright, so keeping that all in mind, if you are a person who loves to have carbohydrates in your diet, I would do what I've done, and I would go 156 times 0.3, which gives you 47 grams of fat. So remember that 156 is your body weight. So 156 times 0.3 equals 47 grams of fat. Now carbs, how to work out our carbs? So to work out our carbs, you want to take your grams of protein, which remember equal 4 calories per gram, and you want to go 156 times 4 equals 624 calories. And then you want to do the same with your fats. Remember, fats equal 9 calories per gram. So you want to go 47 times 9, which gives you 423 calories from fat. So from there you go 624 plus 423 equals 1047. So those combined calories for between the two equals 1047. Then you want to take your maintenance calories and you want to subtract this number here from our totals off that. So you go 2000 minus 1047. Now that gives you 953 calories. Now, as we stated before, the carbohydrates equal 4 calories per gram. So what you want to do from there is you want to go 953 divided by 4, the 4 calories, equals 238 grams of carbohydrates. So that is how you work out the remaining, from the remaining calories, your carbohydrates. From there, you've pretty much got your final macros. So all up we have 156 grams of protein, 47 grams of fat, and 238 grams of carbohydrates. So I hope this wasn't a complicated way of explaining it. This is the most simplest way I could do it. I actually wrote it out previously because I knew that if I wrote it out during this video, it would be kind of slanting down here, it would be all messy, and it would just be way too complicated to actually get your heads around it. So I kind of did it nicely to start with, and then yeah, thought I'd just explain it that way. Hope you'll enjoy this lesson.
Yeah.